gidi òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó korò bọ̀ tó bá dénú á dùn ó korò lẹ́nu bọ̀ nínú ó máa dùn. ẹ̀yin ará mi, my people, you see what is actually happening in that space, in that contraption we call Nigeria. I know you must have heard, just like I heard about 36 hours ago, that there was an attempted coup, military attempted coup in Nigeria. And if you've been following me, I have been shouting, I have been calling, I have cried, I have begged this particular administration to put into gear the means of dividing the country. Nigeria is not working for anybody except the marauders, the encroachers, the local land grabbers, the Fulanis. The common enemy that everybody has in Nigeria is that tribe, that extraction we call the Fulanis. We don't know where they come from. It's a long story, it's a long history, but we're not going to get into that. They came, their great-grandfather, called Uthman Namfodio, came into Nigeria as far back as probably 1809. They came as guests, as settlers in the northern part of Nigeria. And they were treated, welcomed, given the best opportunity to stay on the land. But they overcome their stay, their welcome. And what they did, they found a way to convince the children of the Hausas that their parents were not practicing Islam the way it should be practiced. Therefore, they asked the children to kill their parents. Those ones are ignorant, they don't know much. So they did what they were told. And they massacred mostly the heads and the chiefs of the Hausas. As far as we know it today, the topography of the northern hemisphere in Nigeria has really changed. You would think these marauders, these encroachers, were the owners of the north, but they were not. They are forceful occupiers, oppressors, encapsulators. They have intimidated the Hausas to the point where the Hausas have become the minority in their own ancestral indigenous land. But these Fulanis will not stop at that. They want to conquer every other land in Nigeria because they don't have their own space. We don't know where they actually come from. Some people say they came from Mali, some say Senegal, some say Libya, and some believe they came from the Sahel Desert. But they're everywhere now in Nigeria. Running amok, running crazy, like somebody that mosquito has bitten or a snake has bitten. And they are wicked, they are violent, they cannot judge up, they are prone to killing other people. Majority of these people are in our military. By British manipulation and wickedness, they were under the baton of authority, of power. And this is what these people use to subjugate the rest of the ethnic extractions in Nigeria. In Nigeria right now, we have more than 15 different extractions. We do not speak our indigenous languages. I'm from the southwest. My people speak Yoruba. But because Nigeria is not an homogeneous country, we all speak English, the language of our neo-colonialists. We were considered a colony of Britain, so we speak English. And while we speak our indigenous languages in our different homes. It's a long history. We are not the same. We have nothing in common other than the fact that we are forcefully, manipulatively married together to be a nation, to be a country. And ever since we've been joined, as far back as 1960 when we were given the independence, the country has never been the same. Rather than progress, we have integration. Rather than peace, we have chaos, we have trouble. Nigeria has now depreciated, has now become decadent to the point that we owe so much that we cannot even pay our international debt. Let me cut through the chase because I don't want to spend too much time on this particular message. There have been military coups in Nigeria, 3 or 4 of them. And the first one that ever happened on January 15, 1966. By a military man, an Igbo guy called Kaduna Unzegu, or Unzegu Kaduna. The second coup came barely 6 months after, in July. Because the first one that was done, 2 different extractions were killed from the Hausas and from the Yorubas. None of the Igbos were killed at the first initial coup. So a counter coup happened just 6 months after that. And there were a lot of the Igbos killed this time too. So to cut the long story short, let me cut the long story short. Nigeria has been going through tumultuous issues, concerns, lack of good waters, good roads, no good governance. That is the problem in Nigeria. We have all the human resources, natural resources, weather resources, everything was given to us. But we have been unfortunate as a country to elect or appoint a good governor. We have no good governor, no good administration. Everybody's stealing here and there. Massive corruption, inequity, unfairness, and all kinds of crazy things going on. At any rate, the first coup that ended brought the second coup. And then we have another one, and then another one. About 5 coups may have happened. I'm a school teacher. I retired. I have retired, so I have enough time to do these messages. And I write. I'm an author. Go to YouTube. Go to Amazon.com, and you will come across at least 4 of my books are already there on KDP, Kindle Direct Publication. At least I have 4 of my books there now. I'm a grandmother. I have 2 grandsons. So cut the long story short, the coup that was announced about 36 hours ago in Nigeria has many details surrounding it. First of all, prior to this coup, about 8 years ago, we are in undated by the reign of terror of the ex-president who has now deceased, Muhammad Buhari. And when Muhammad was enthroned, was on the seat of power, there was no equity. A lot of other extractions were being killed just because the Fulani extraction wanted to control the military, the administration, everything. And you know people will be angry. But when this new administration came in 2023, May, people thought things are going to change. But rather than change, what we had since 2023 is calamity, chaos, trouble. No good road, no water, no electricity. And then the Naira, the currency of the country, was devaluated. And everything went berserk. $1 then in Nigeria was around 600. Now, a dollar is about 14 to 1500. And a lot of people just went from being middle class to the poor level. And you know, there will be angry citizens because some people cannot afford basic necessities. So this particular coup, if you are politically savvy, you will know something like this will happen. Because the administration was acting crazy. They were not following the rule of law. Welcome, my brother. They were not following the laws. They have become military dictators, administrative dictators, despots, totalitarians. No justice, no equity. The judiciary have become a rubber stamp judiciary. The lawmakers, the legislator are ass lickers of the executive. As a matter of fact, they are ass lickers, cohorts of the man in power, the president. They are not longer following the rule of law. So everybody was just doing whatever they want. People that stole 100 billion are walking around free, while people that are fighting for their people, for self-determination, for liberation, for liberty, for independence, were being carted away as prisoners, as felonies. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of bottled anger from everywhere. And these so-called Fulani people, they're like a cabal. They have constituted themselves into terror, into power that cannot be dissolved. While other extractions are willing to go out of one Nigeria because we are forcefully merged together. We have nothing in common. And as I've said, Nigeria is not a country. There's no homogeneity. We do not speak the same language. We do not have the moral ethos, the same moral ethos, psychological, perceptive, political ideology. We have nothing in common. No tradition. Our dressing is different. Our foods are different. But that does not mean that we don't like one another. But we are tired of one another. And everybody wants to go to their ancestral land, their father's land, and bear their own name. I'm from the Oduduwa extraction. I want to be called a Yoruba girl. I want to speak my language. The bastards that turned us together did so forcefully for their economic reasons. Because they knew from the onset the massive resources that is embedded, especially in the south, the oil, the precious stones, the bitumen, the bauxite, and everything, the rubber, which will make money for Britain that colonized us. And for the past 65 years, they're still eating us like cankerworm, like palmer worm, like locusts, and they refuse to go. And that is why they do not want any extraction in Nigeria to move out of one Nigeria. But whether they like it or not, hear me and hear me well, we will go, we will divide, we will extricate ourselves, we will exit. Because nobody, no human being is meant to be a servant or a slave to another human being. We are all born free, naked, and nobody can put any load on another human being, another human entity. That's what the Fulani wants to do. That's what Britain wants to happen in our land. They cut away our resources, especially our natural resources. 60% of that is going to them and asking us to fight over the leftover. And that's why Britain will never support Nigeria breaking into different nations. The USSR broke. It broke up. Yes, Russia broke up. And now we have 15 nations that have come out of USSR. So why can't Nigeria break up? We are not the same. We speak English. English is not our lingua franca. It belongs to Britain. We have nothing in common with Britain. They are white, we are black people. We are black, and we are proud to be black and beautiful. So, my people, they have put these indigenous nations together, and some are stepping upon other people's head, standing on their neck, taking away their resources, killing them. And we all say enough is enough. And when this administration came in May 2023, we started shouting because we begin to see the madness and the craziness of this administration, that it hasn't come in to help the common man. They want to stuff their pocket with our money. They are laundering our money. We have people buying houses all over the world with stolen money, laundered money, stealing right and left, and nothing is done to them because they know people in power. While the masses are suffering, while the masses are being carted away like chicken and killed and raped and kidnapped, and the government of the day isn't ready to do anything to help. And that is why, when they announced that this coup happened, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't expecting a coup, but I wasn't surprised. Because this administration has pushed people to the wall, and now they're fighting back. Although the people that are now fighting back are the people that have always wanted to be in control, the Fulanis. I would have expected a reasonable president, a man with a heart of gold, a man that has accountability, a man that knows what is called justice and equity and fairness, will have decided, probably after 1 year, that I've seen what is going on down in this country. We are going to divide, and then call all the lawyers, ask the legislature to bring out their bills, and let's decide. Let's have a referendum to see whether we still want to be together, or everybody wants to be a nation, a sovereign nation, an autonomous nation. No. This president, foolish, greedy, and wicked, will not allow anybody. He kept some people that are fighting for freedom in prison, and he's giving amnesty to robbers, to killers, to looters of our treasury. That is what is going on in the country. And that is why, even though I'm not sure Nigeria is a democratic country, if it were, after 25 years of practicing pseudo-democracy, nobody would think of going the military way again. So we have not really understood the fundamentals of what democracy is all about. We are neither here nor there. We are just doing whatever comes. We are not established as a democratic country. Nigeria is not a country. It's an expression, geopolitical expression. It's a country that I will call conglomerates of nations. The Igbo nation, the Oduduwa nation, Akwa Ibom nation, the Benin nation, and some other ones. The Kanuri, the Hausas, and then the bastards called the Fulani. That is the one terrorizing everybody. Nigeria now is a bloodbath. Nigeria now is a genocide scene. And I know that the globalists, the neo-colonialists knew what has been going down. But because they are benefiting from the chaos, the trouble, the calamity, they want to desensitize themselves from it. Because they know at the end of the day, they're going to catch in on our fallout. My people, don't be surprised if this particular coup was foiled. Do not be surprised if another one rises up in the next 3 to 4 months. People are suffering. People are tired of this administration, and they're ready to do whatever it takes to get this administration out of sequence. So, President T-Pain, before you start wagging your tail all over the world, you need to sit down and start thinking strategically. Start thinking strategically, Mr. T-Pain. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sit down in your country and fix this country before it blows over your brains. You have been going to France, looting and laundering our money. You have been going all over the world, but you have never come back with any single solution. You have brought us to the point that you are ready to start selling Nigerians to lenders, while you get your own children where they are enjoying, and the masses in Nigeria were suffering. They cannot take it any longer, and I don't think I can take it any longer either. So come back from that room, because I don't know whatever congregation you are going to do there. What are you going to tell them? Which grammar do you want to go there and your blue bala? Is that what you think they want to hear from you? Or how well your country is? You are a liar, blatant liar. Christians have been killed up and down. All the instructions have been killed up and down. And you kept lying. Kept lying. Say all is well in Nigeria. You are a bastard for saying that. And the blood of innocent people are going to start crying over your soul. Mr. President, it is not business as usual. Oh. You have not seen the end of this school. Another one will happen, let me tell you. Because as you kill, or whatever you do with this 16 so-called coup plotters, I have told you, 160 will arise. 1,600 will arise. 160,000 will arise. Before you know it, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 1.6 million people will arise to get you out of office. So if you have any common sense, if you have your 6th sense, if your 2nd sense is telling you what to do, it should be split, divide, let everybody go their own way. But if you refuse, because you are stubborn as a tight-neck machine, you don't want to listen to anybody, you think you have all the answers, you will realize that you are nothing but a fool, a big old fool, old gizzard, old gizzo. You have gone abroad to do kadabra, but you are coming back home to come and face what you started. You helped Buhari to kill as many as 500,000 people in Nigeria. And now on your watch, President Tinubu, on your watch, over 129,000 have been killed when there is no war, no civil war. The last civil war we fought between 1967 and 1970, less than 100,000 people died. And here you are, without any war, no civil war, over 129,000 of southern people have been killed. Not to talk of the ones that have been killed in the north. And you're calling yourself a head. You are a figurehead. You are a foolish, greedy man. A man that has no fear of God. A missionless man. A visionless man. You are not a leader. You are a ruler. A dictator. A totalitarian. A despot. And you have disgraced that country called Nigeria. Because it has now become a kangaroo. The ruling of the beast for the naive and the gullible. You have turned us into gullible citizens, where you can just lie and cover it with 5 lies. You lie an original one and you cover it with 10, so that people will think you are strategic. You are a very foolish man. You are a very foolish leader. You are not a leader, you are a ruler. And all you want to do is to subjugate, to emasculate, to oppress. There is no rule of law in Nigeria anymore. That's why you can sack a democratically elected governor and replace with a military man that was not voted in, that was not elected. You just appoint, and has gone there to milk money for you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are a wicked soul. But God is waiting for you at the end of the sentinel. You will see God in rainbow colors. You will see God, and you'll be amazed how wicked your life has been. You're a wicked man. So I'm not surprised the coup came. And if you think this is the end of the coup, you are joking. There are many more that are going to come after you, because everybody is tired. And we have been announcing, let us go to our tent, O Israel, to our tent. Oh, Nigeria, let us go and live in peace, in harmony, in advancement. Nigeria is retrogressive now. We are like in a jungle of kangaroos. And you think you have a country? Is that how a country should be run? Why police are killing those that they're supposed to protect? Where armies are shooting the police and police shooting the army and vice versa. And you call that a country? The country where there is no rule of law. Where laws are not implemented but fabricated and disparaged. There is no rule of law in Nigeria. You have disparaged it, you have disgraced it. And every chick and Harry, criminals, hooligans, assassins, robbers are parading the country like missiles and smallpox. Roaming around like a snake without a tail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wherever you have tied the soul of people, God is going to burn it too. I know you have tied people down. You want to rule them forever and ever. It is not possible. Nobody lives forever. You are not going to live forever. And before long, you are going to be hearing loud and clear the messages of God to you and to this administration. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi ìfẹ́ pẹ́. Àtẹ́bítẹ́kù yẹn ṣé yóò expect ẹni. Èmi sì ń rò pé àwọn kan ti ṣe láti bí ọdún kan sẹ́yìn ni. Torí ìgbà tí bàbá Tinubu bẹ̀rẹ̀ orí burúkú, mo ti mọ̀ pé something like this máa jáde. Báwo lẹ ṣe máa nà ọ̀tẹ́ ní kọ́ máa ké? Báwo lẹ ṣe máa fún àwọn èèyàn lẹ́gba tẹ́ máa ní kọ́ máa gbóhùn sókè? Bàbá Tinubu ń fi bílá ńlá, ó fi na ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù. Àwọn wèrè kan dẹ̀ dúró dè tí wọ́n fẹ́ kó wà ń bẹ̀ in the first place. Wọ́n máa ṣekú lé lórí. Tó bá yọ̀ wọ́n tí ẹ̀ ní ṣekú mọ́. Wọ́n ṣáná sílé, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jólé gbogbo ìlú ni. Ṣé fire extinguisher ni bàbá Tinubu ni? Bàbá Tinubu ní carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide ní ká pè. Nínú ọ̀fun wọn ní gbogbo ara wọn nígbà tó bá sọná sí wọn. Àbẹ́yàn mọ̀ pé tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nepal, mẹ́wàá ilé ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Bàbá Tinubu ẹ ti sún èèyàn kò giri. Wọ́n máa fi kú lé yín ni o. Tí ẹ bá padà dé láti Róòmù, bí Pope lẹ lọ rí ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ganu kalẹ̀ sí wọn lọ́rùn ni. Come back and begin to divide Nigeria. That is the only option you have. Without that, you must not sleep with your two eyes closed because your life is in danger. Whether you believe it or not, you are in danger. You are sitting on the precipice of the hill, and somebody is about to catapult you down. So whether you like it or not, President Adekunle Bola Ahmed Tinubu start writing the bill to divide that conundrum, that contraption, that decadent country called Nigeria. It is now a decadent country where birds are not singing like birds, where rats are not snitching, and where human beings are not sounding like human beings anymore. Because people like you are like perverted individuals, characters without any moral, without any humanity. Baba Tinubu, you have pushed people to the wall. Nigerians are committing suicide on your watch. Nigerians are killing one another for rituals. Baba Tinubu, oni komo koto, ajelojo onílé jelojo àlejò. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà Nigeria, tẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, ṣó tán di yín, ṣó tán bí ó tán, yọkọlú yín kò yá tán ná. Ìyàwó yín ti gbọ́kọ sọ́lẹ̀, ọkọ ti yọké, ẹ ti yọké ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ, Fúlàní á máa bẹ́ orí yín ni. Wọ́n mú àwọn eléyìí, èmi mo sọ fún yín, within the next 6 months, mi máa dìde o. Baba Tinubu, within the next 6 months here, bá jẹ́ kó rí yín pé kẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní divide Nigeria. Ó máa bloody o, ó máa lẹ́tìkẹ́, ó máa lékèǹkà. Ẹ rò yí pé ibi tó máa end sí lélẹ́yìí, irọ́ lẹ pa. I am telling you for free. After this one, subsequent ones are coming. If the second one failed, some set of people that don't care anymore, they'll rise up the third one until they get you out. Baba Tinubu, wọ́n máa lé yín kábàkábà, wọ́n máa lé yín kábàkábà. Jẹjẹ rí kẹsẹkẹsẹ, máa rí kàsàkàsà. Ti rúgí oyin Baba Tinubu, ó kẹni tó máa bá yín sọ̀kalẹ̀. You are a man with that honor, dignity, accountability, probity. You are a narcissist, and that is why all that is happening now, I am not surprised. You have pushed people to the edge. Now they're going to fight back. Wọ́n máa padà wọ́n máa kọjú ìjà sí bàbá Tinubu ń tó bá máa gbà lẹ́jọ́ máa fún wọ́n ti wọ́ ṣòkòtò kan náà pẹ̀lú yín ọmọlódò ọdẹ ọmọlódò orin ẹ ti kàgbákò gbogbo àwọn wèrè àtàsíwí tó ń tẹ̀lé yín your cohorts your agents your sympathizers your supporters your lackeys your ass lickers and seekers they're going to see when they are going to realize that the center can no longer hold. Fẹ́mi Gbajabiamọ ràn Gbajabiamọ lè sórí tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá gbórí bàbá ẹ̀ bọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n á gọ́rùn sí egan. Olúyẹmí Kàdóso ọmọ onínàkúnà ó ń tọwọ́ bọ gbèsè ẹ ti fi gbogbo òlú jẹ gbèsè Yẹmí Kàdóso wọn náà ó gajú kalẹ̀ bí àgámà lizard ó ń bá bàbá Tinubu tọwọ́ bọ gbèsè wọ́n máa sọ yín lóko gbẹ̀yìn ni o ìyẹn tí tádà Fúlàní tí AK-47 AK-49 AK-51 Fúlàní tí ò bàbá yín o ẹ ti dágun ẹ ti rúgí oyin Kàdóso ó fi ti ẹmẹ́fì olè kọ́gbọ́n ìwọ náà tọ́ ọmọ nǹkan tí bàbá Tinubu fún ẹ torí pé wọn náà fẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́ bàtí ó là sí ilé tẹ fi tọmọ ní gbogbo yín ìrì ló máa wo tsunami ń bọ̀ tsunami Ọlọ́run ó ń bọ̀ àbá gbogbo yín ẹ jẹ́ bótóbótó yàmàyàmá nínú ìyà tí ẹ bá jọmọ ìmàlẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ kéyà sí torí tó bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ lẹ́yìn lórí èṣù abayín fọwọ́ kun. God's will Akpabio number 3 man in the country ó lè ní wọn náà o number 3 man you are like number 239 million man, a man without honor, a man without chase, a man without dignity, a man without accountability, a godless man, a man that has no fear of God or the rule of law. But you're not going to get away with it. You are not going to get away. God's will Akpabio, President of Senate, rubber stamp President of the Senate. Whatever Tinubu wants you to do, it is done. If he wants you to do it on Thursday, by Wednesday you've already stamped it. Rubber stamp President of Senate. Shame on you. Now, you can all see that some people don't give a crap. They will do the coup, they will do it, and they will do it. And if you are so unlucky, you will go with it. Because you have done havoc already. You have done havoc already in that space called Nigeria. God's will Akpabio. You have all ruined the country. No rule of law, no respect for common human decency. No accountability, no probity. You are very uncultured, uncouth set of people. And the people are tired. If the civilians have no power, no authority to do anything, the military will not look at you twice before they shoot all of you down. They don't care. They are military men. You may have caught these ones. A new set is going to rise up. So, Mr. Adekunle Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when you return from Rome, you better sit down instead of parabolating Aso Rock and all over the country. Sit down like a reasonable leader and start to fashion out what you are going to do about this calamity, this chaos that is going down in that space called Nigeria. Otherwise, President Bola Tinubu, wait for more coups, because more coups are coming. As these ones were found out, another one is brewing. And the one that is coming, they won't make the same mistakes this one made. They will perfect their errors and they will come in droves. Tí rí nǹkan kan o, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn olówó wa, àwọn lọ́balọ́ba tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pé tá bẹ̀bẹ̀ yí pé ẹ bá bàbá Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀. But wọ́n ti gbà pé Ghana must go fún wọn ẹni wọ́n ti wọ̀ sí bí ọbẹ̀ ṣàsùn. Fúlàní ti fọ̀bẹ gbá wọn lẹ́nu, ó ti so wọ́n lẹ́nu pọ̀. Kò sí kankan tó lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ bá wo Fúlàní á bẹ́ orí yín kalẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ tí ò kíá. Àwọn tó pọ́n pa àwọn wọn. Wọ́n á pa yín. Wọ́n á fi ara yín ṣe súyà. Súyà! Wọ́n máa fi yín ṣe lórí yín ò pé. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Fúlàní máa ṣe yàmàyàmà rádaràdà rédèrèdè pẹ̀lú yín. Bàbá fẹ́ Babalọ́lá o. SAN afẹ́ Babalọ́lá. Sanctified anointed nuisance. Ẹ̀yin bàbá oníkòmọ́ kò tọ́. At 95, ìsínlẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jẹ́ṣẹ̀ tají lójú oorun àdúpẹ́ fún Jésù. Kí lẹ wá fẹ́ ṣe? Ṣé fẹ́ gbé bíìlì jáde pé kán separate wa ni? Àbẹ́ fẹ́ bá Fúlàní lọ torí pé nǹkan iná lẹ́ ń bribe Fúlàní pẹ̀lú $1.12 million tẹ́ni kan máa bá yín fi yígbò ṣẹ̀rá yẹ yí ó ti polúṣo àwọn tẹ́ ń bribe wọ́n fẹ́ gbé orí yín kalẹ̀ orí àwọn ọmọ yín wọ́n fẹ́ gbé kalẹ̀ kò ń sórí tèmi o torí mi ò ní gbà kán mọ̀ bẹ̀ kọjá lórí mi ẹ̀yin lápànìyàn ẹ ti pojú lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀dẹ̀ bímọ àgbà tó bímọ tó rò fọ́ọ̀kà tẹ́ bá jẹ́ tán ọmọ yín á jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ bàbá fẹ́ Babalọ́lá níbi tọ́jú orí yín dé ẹ ṣubú iwájú lẹ̀ ń wò àtúbọ̀tún yín kọ́ ẹ ti fọwọ́ bá àtúbọ̀tún yín jẹ́ èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o ṣùgbọ́n kò sí ìtókàn mi kò sí ìtókàn mi a ti sọ fún yín títí bàbá Fálànà constitutional lawyer ẹ̀yin ò tí ì tó gbé bíìlì 11 years ago the so-called amalgamation ti expire àfi ká máa pariwo ká máa fẹ̀ fún àfi tẹ bá rí kéèsì tẹ máa gba 200 million ìyẹn lẹ máa ganu sí ẹ rí sẹ́tì Gani Fáwẹ̀hìn ní ṣe ni ṣé bọ́ ní àkàbà sọ̀rún lẹ́jẹ́ protege ẹ kọ́pì gbogbo àwọn yẹn tí yín lẹ fẹ́ gbá ṣe ẹ bọ́ lọ́hùn bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo yìí. Délé Aláké ṣọtí wa góòlù mú ní tó máa gé ẹ lọ́nà fún nìyẹn o Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nànúgà ẹnu amadúkọ̀rọ̀ kí ló fẹ́ sọ́nsìn àwọn tó ṣe léyìí àwọn míì ń bọ̀ àti wọ́n àtọ̀gá ẹ ojoyè asilika asikisa bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ máa lọ ni ẹjọ́ máa lọ sí ní you will pay you have bought wàhálà you have bought wind you are going to carry your whirlwind o ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi ẹ sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ kí Sunday kó dá sí kó fi Fúlàní lẹ̀ ó ti fi Fúlàní lẹ̀ fún yín sìn Fúlàní àná don't be naughty àná don't be stupid sí yín lára apa dẹ̀ndẹ̀ sí yín ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o ẹ ti ní ká gbọ́wọ́ jókòó jẹ́ dání àti gbọ́wọ́ jẹ́ kò jẹ́ ẹ wá rí nǹkan tọ́lọ́run fẹ́ fi yín pa Ọlọ́run ti ń pàrokò fún yín the Shetani of Sokoto ti ń pàrokò pọ́gún bọ̀ ó dẹ̀ mí ni ẹ̀ ó ti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ó ti gbé wọn lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ gé jẹ wọ́n ti rọ́pò nínú yín wọ́n máa gbé 10 million fún yín ẹ̀ta liberty yín tọ́ máa ní kẹ́ mọ́mọ́ yín wá ẹgbẹ́lẹ̀ tọ́ máa ní kẹ́ gbé ìyá yín gan wá ẹgbẹ́ fún wọn Fúlàní apá yànnàyànnà sí lára aṣọ títí ẹlẹ́gbọ́ afọ̀fọ̀fọ̀ ẹlẹ́gbà ó ti dojú máàkì o ẹ máa rẹ́ ẹ̀kẹ́ yín lálá ìgbé kíkí Fúlàní àṣẹ ṣẹ́gẹ̀ fún yín kò sí gbogbo kankan tó máa gbà yín lẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ́gbọ́n lórí ẹ tètè ké sí Israeli announced at the 58th United Nations Assembly ìgbé àwa Yorùbá ń lọ ẹgbọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ tó máa lè yín ṣe ẹ sọ orí kunkun bí orí máṣíìnì Ìgbò ẹ ṣe bí ẹ̀ ń tẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́ instead kẹ́ ganu sí kẹ́ raga gbogbo ìgbé àti rẹ́dí afẹ́ lọ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ lọ Fúlàní ló máa pa yín o Fúlàní ló máa pa majority of ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ lọ wọ́n á ṣe ṣége gómọ̀ ṣàdáyà fún yín ṣe lólórí burúkú ní multiply by olóṣì ẹ̀dá ẹ ti rógo lọ́lá ìdẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni a ní a fẹ́ lọ à ń pariwo the Oduduwa children wants to go you said no now you are faced with an avalanche of terror has just landed and you haven't seen anything yet what you saw 36 hours ago is just the tip of the iceberg you haven't seen anything yet when they will descend on you it won't be 16 it will be 160 it will be 1,000 it will be 16,000 it will be 1.6 million and then you will know that what you have been saying in the last 2 years should have wakened should have sensitized your mulch brain ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi orí wọn pé sí wọn wá fẹ́ máa dún katakata wọn fẹ́ máa dún kètèkètè níbo lọ́n fẹ́ sá lọ Fúlàní ti wà nú gbogbo igbó wọn láwọn èèyàn wọn everywhere ọlọ́mọ ní kò di ọmọ ẹ̀mú ọlọ́mọ ní kò di ọmọ ẹ̀mú ó jọdẹ̀ làwọn ta ní wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ò lè rẹ́ǹtì helper wọn pa pínrín jẹ Fúlàní apá don't be naughty sí lára ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ká gbádùn dákẹ́ ni ẹlẹ́ẹ̀lọ àti jókòó àwa kan wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ibi tálá ayébá ti bá alákọ̀ọ́ra ló máa ti jẹ́ àájókòó a máa jẹ chicken a máa gbatẹ́gùn a máa wọ sweater a máa wọ boot wa a máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ẹni kẹ́ face the onslaught of the marauders of the wicked vicious genocidal elements wait for the killing terrorists wait for the Fulani Boko Haram they are coming They are coming in droves and they are not afraid. Their leaders are leaving their face bare, not covered, daring you to do whatever you can do. What have you done since you see them? You have seen them now, and you cannot arrest them. You see now that you're a bastard, you're a coward. Yellow-livered coward. You cannot do anything even after you see them. You saw them in the forest. They invited you to a wedding, you went. Foolish bastards. Ass lickers. Yellow-livered morons. What can you do when you saw them? You were listening. A terrorist was telling you where you're going to suck it. A terrorist giving you conditions of how you're supposed to handle them. Terrorists holding a party and inviting you, the authority, and you are going. You are a bomb bastard. Coward bastards. Ọmọ àlè ló pọ̀ jù náà yẹn. Ẹ ń fọwọ́ òsì ju ilé baba ńlá baba yín. Fúlàní máa gba lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ yín o. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe ṣéǹgì kó mọ̀ ṣe àdáyà fún mi. Kẹ́sẹ̀kẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ́rí o. Kàṣàkàṣà ń bọ̀. Tẹ́ bá kó àwọn 16 yìí. Àwọn 160 ń bọ̀ o. Wọ́n ti rẹ́dì yín. Wọ́n kọ́ kú. Tẹ́ bá rí 160 mú. Ṣé máa rí 16,000 mú? Ṣé ti rí jẹ́ẹ̀lì? Ẹ ti lọ́tà àbọ̀n tó máa fi pa 160,000. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmọ́ ó lè Gbàjàbíàmọ́ ràn. Sọ fún bàbá ọmọ olódó ọdẹ kó yàgbẹ́ kòtò because mass burial máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Tell your godfather Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmọ́ ó lè Gbàjàbíàmọ́ ràn Gbàjàbíàmọ́ ó ṣì. Tell the president he will have to build a reservoir, a land reservoir where he's going to pummel all those that he will catch. Because kékeré lè rí kàbàkàbà ń bọ̀. Èyí tó máa wá wọn ní ṣe mistake àwọn ará àkọ́kọ́. Wọ́n máa wá in droves ní ẹ lọ gbáradì wọ́n pa. Mi ò fẹ́ kàn pa mẹ̀kúnnù. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jókòó tẹ́ gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé wa lórí ọrùn. Ní kàn bá ṣe yín jẹ́. Kàn filẹ̀ ayé wọ̀nyí pé ìkà ni yín. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Bàbá Tinubu ni o. Yẹmí Kàdóso wọ́n pè é ni o. Délé Aláké ni ẹ ni o. Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nànúgà ni o. Wèrè olè Wike Ogogoro master. Ebereshi. This honorable justice Ebereshi Wike. A woman with that integrity, with that probity. Olè ni wà àtọkọ ẹ. If you step into America, be sure that you're going to go to jail. Where you and your husband got $6 million from, he will explain tire. He will show us the bank account. Your husband is going to go to jail for 30 years. And if you are not careful, you will join him. That's why you spend your senior years. Your grandchildren will come and visit you. You have laid a bad precedence. Dishonorable justice. Uncultured, untutored minister. Alcohol addicted. Chronic addicted. Nyanson Wike, a man that talks like a garrulous bastard. Shame on all of you. Don't be naughty. Fúlàní ń bọ̀. Ẹ ti ní ká gbẹ́nu wa dákẹ́ àti gbẹ́nu dákẹ́. Mo fẹ́ wo bàbá ńlá. Ẹ ti kò gébọ. Olóògùn lọ́wọ́. Ó kù bàbá ńlá tó fẹ́ yọ. You have called the piper. You paid for it. You are going to dance to the tune. You are going to dance. You will dance the immaculate dance to the cacophony of calamity. It's coming. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ìbátan mi. Ẹ sọ fún bàbá Tinubu àti àwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ pé wọn ò tí ì rí nǹkan kan o. Wọ́n ní ká gbẹ́nu dákẹ́. A ti ń pariwo láti bí ọdún 4-5. Ẹ pín ìlú ya fẹ́ lọ, a fẹ́ lọ, ilé tó lọ, ó sì sí wa. Wọ́n ní ká shut up. Nigeria is indivisible. There is nothing that is indivisible. Russia divided and they got 15 sovereign nations. Malaysia and Singapore divided. They are now thriving, advancing, and very successful. Ethiopia and Eritrea, they divided. They are now sovereign nations. What about Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India? They divided. And they're all doing well. And yet some imbeciles, some non-entities Some miscreants saying that Nigeria is indivisible. Can you even spell the word indivisible? Can you spell it? Do you know the meaning of indivisible? You useless ragamuffin. And those of you that you said you are educated, you are miseducated elite. You are morons. You said you are educated, you have no wisdom, you have no understanding. If you have an understanding, you know that there's nothing called a forced marriage. If you are married to a spouse you don't want, you divorce. You separate. Nigeria is a forced marriage among nations. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 7 nations. We want to go. Everybody wants to go to their ancestral land to bear their grandfather's name. The Oduduwa grandchildren, we are ready to go and start a life, a destiny that is glorious, that is beautiful. We don't want to live in the jungle with the Fulanis and some miscreants. We are tired of living in a jungle with beasts of no gender, of living with kidnappers, living with genocidal elements. We are tired. We are decent, cultured people, and we are ready. We have added up to here. We can no longer tolerate this shenanigans, all this useless behavior. We are ready to go, and we are going to go. Whether your devil likes it or not, we are going to extricate ourselves from the contraption called Nigeria. We are going to go. He may have taken the Israelites 430 years. We are not going to stay that long before we find our level. Water will always find its level. We are going to live by fire, by thunder. We are going to live. Even the host of heaven is helping us. The earth is listening. We have been calling the earth to separate us, and it's listening. We are going to get help. My people, we are going to live. We are going to be delivered. Delivered from the mouth of the hyenas, from the mouth of the lions. We are going to be delivered. By thunder, by fire, we are going to be delivered. Nobody can stop the children with a destiny, a glorious destiny, a beautiful destiny. With all the potential that you can think of. We are the Oduduwans. We are the Yoruba nation. The dynasty, the beauty of the African continent. The Oduduwa children. We are bound to survive. We are bound to succeed. And we are bound to be great. We are great people. And nobody can pummel us. We are born to shine. We are like the sunshine. Nobody has ever killed the sunshine. And nobody can hide the glory of the sun. Nobody can hide us. Wherever we find ourselves, we thrive. We advance. We succeed. And we flourish. And it's going to happen on our ancestral land. Nobody can stop us. We are not asking to dominate or to subdue anybody. But we are standing and we are standing firm to design our destiny and to plan our future and the future of generations unborn. And nobody's going to stop us. Nobody. And I mean, even the devil will not dare to stop us. We are unstoppable. And that's what it's going to be. Unstoppable. Nobody can pummel us. You will try. I didn't say you will try. But my Bible tells me you will gather, but it's not by God. Those of you that gather together because of your Oduduwa children, you are going to die for our sakes. That's what Isaiah 54 verse 15. That's what it said. Surely they will gather, but not by me. Those that gather together to harm you, they will die for your sake. So, and no weapon. That is Isaiah 54 verse 17. No weapon fashioned against us, planned, schemed, right now of a future, will alight. It will not be established. And if any mouth rises to condemn us, that incantation mouth, that enchantment mouth is forever condemned by the blood of Jesus. Because we are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. We are the heritage of the kingdom of God. And we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Unmovable. Nobody can pummel us. We are born to reign. And we will reign. Because we are eagles. We are going to keep soaring. Nobody can put the eagle down. My people, that's what I'm telling you. Nobody can pull us down. Those that will attempt it, they will die for our sakes. And that's what the Almighty decreed. It has been decreed. We have the power to stamp upon serpents and scorpions and all the power of the enemy, and they will not be able to do anything to us. We have the power. We are not afraid. We have the power, we have the love, and we have the sound mind. So we are going to go to our promised land, to our Canaan land, and nobody can stop us. That's it. I want you to remember that. Nobody can stop your Oduduwa children. You are born eagles. You are supposed to be soaring. Keep soaring. Keep talking. Keep making your resounding voice that the world will hear you. I know that your cause is just. Your cause is pure. And you're going to get to your promised land by the grace and the power in the name of God. And so shall it be. Oh, ni ya yan mo ya mi. Baba Tinubu tí ó bá padà kan fi ọmọ ogun lórí, wọ́n gbé wọn kúrò lórí àpèrè yẹn. Ní tó bá dé bá wọn, àwọn ló fọwọ́ ara wọn fa o. Kì í ṣàwa o. Àti wíwíwí o, àti fọ̀fọ̀fọ̀, àti kékéké, àti dọ̀bálẹ̀. Wọ́n láwọn ò fẹ́ gbọ́. Ní tó bá dé bá wọn, àwọn ló fọ ara wọn fa. Kò sí tó kàn mí bẹ̀. Ìyá Ahmed, bàbá Ahmed, kìlọ̀ fún Ahmed. Ahmed kò gbọ́ràn. Ó ń lọ gùn pẹ́pẹ́. Tí bàbá Tinubu bá ṣubú kò sí kàn mí bẹ̀. Á fi kùn ági. That's the song that I'll be singing for you. Bàbá Ṣadé. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀, àwọn ọmọ Fúlàní, wọ́n put ní sáyé yìí. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi, èmi náà tún ní o. Èmi làbúrò yín, èmi ní ìbátan yín, èmi lọmọ ìyá yín nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Èyí tí mo tún wọ́n wá fún yín lẹ́nu nìyẹn. Okay, have a wonderful, wonderful day today and stay blessed in Jesus' name. I'll see you. Go out there and prosper in the name of God, and so shall it be. Bye-bye.
Eléyìí ò ṣe ẹja panla, ṣẹ́rí ẹja mi yìí mo ti sè, mo ti jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. If tẹ́ bá jẹ́ ní yíyọ ẹ̀gbọ́n báyìí gan pàápàá gan tí ẹ bá fi wá gàrí Ìjẹ̀bú, but èèyàn lè mú gàrí mọ́ lásìkò tó láti wà lásìkò tútù. So tí ẹ bá fi dí ata àbí ẹ fi ru ẹ̀fọ́ àbí ẹ fi ṣe ọ̀gbọ̀nọ̀ anything kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè fi ẹja tẹ́ wọ́n lọ́wọ́ mi ṣe. Ṣẹ́rí ẹja yẹn yìí mọ́ mi ìbẹ̀yìn dáàdì mi, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n fi ẹnu sọ fún yín. Ẹ̀yẹ kàn wá gbọ́ṣẹ́ wò, ẹ wá wo bó ṣe rí. Bákan náà edé, ẹ wo edé ńláńlá yẹn wọ́n bò bí ọlọ́lọ́rí mo ní tó pọ̀. Wọ́n bò ní ẹ̀yin náà tètè wá ra títí yín kẹ́ lọ dá sẹ́fọ̀. Òun nìyí, ó ṣe stew, ó ṣe ẹ̀fọ́. Edé ńláńlá ni. Ẹ dẹ̀ tún lè blend ẹ̀ kẹ́ fi ṣe mọ́mọ́ because ìlàlá lélẹ̀ ẹ̀ lè fi ṣe mọ́mọ́ ní ìlàlá bó ṣe wà fi tẹ́ máa ra wẹ́wẹ́ náà dẹ̀ wà wédé wẹ́wẹ́ yẹn tẹ́ lè fi ṣe mọ́mọ́ tẹ́ lè fi ṣe anything ẹ lè dòun náà sẹ́fọ̀ rírò gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo ní. Rice ọ̀fadà ó wà available, ẹ̀gúsí lílọ̀ ó wà available. Kò síbi tí mi ò ṣìpọ̀ ọjà mi sí o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mọ́mí and daddy in diaspora ẹ ṣàánú mi. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ jẹ́ kójú kó tì mí, ẹ má já mi jùlẹ̀ tó rábí amọ̀ nìyẹn túbọ̀ máa pọ̀ mí ní ìṣọ́ wá bá mi rà wọ́n. Ó fà ó mú yes. Ṣàrẹ́lùbọ̀ wa tó bọ̀ mo ti ní kọ́ sẹ́ kó má ní ẹni tí pé a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń sẹ mọ́ kó má sí yẹn mọ́ bẹ̀. So ẹ wá bá mi ra ọjà mi. Gbogbo àwọn tí mo tà lọ́nà same thing ni mo sẹ́ wọn. Ẹyọ kan ló dà pé mi ò sẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀tì kan, mi ò dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n sẹ́ dáadáa ni, but this time around kò sí yẹn bẹ̀. So ẹ wá bá mi ra àwọn ọjà mi, ẹ wá bá mi ra ohun tí mo tà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra spiritual product, àdúrà ló ń gba agbára kọ́ o. Kò sí ohun tí àdúrà ń ṣe tì. Ẹ ti lè ẹ̀rí bá láti Josh. Ẹ̀yin ti rí ogun disappointment, ogun ìjákulẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ máa dópin. Ṣẹ́rí kò sí ohun tó wà láyé yìí tí àjò ṣe tì. Kò sí ohun tí ò ń gba àjò. Kò ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dìgbà tó bá ṣèyàn kéèyàn tó lo àjò. Ẹ gbọ́ mi, kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dìgbà tó bá ń ṣe èèyàn kéèyàn tó tọ́jú ara ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin mọ́mì mi, ẹ̀yin dádì mi, any spiritual products tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ní iṣẹ́ ìbàjẹ́ fún ìgbéyàwó, ìbàjẹ́ táwọn ọmọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni, èyíkéyìí tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ní tí aṣínà ìbùkún, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ businessman businesswoman available. Èèyàn tó bá ń sick àwọn nǹkan tó lè lò wà. Èèyàn tó bá rí pé yes òun ti rí sign kan, wọ́n dùn dẹ̀ sí hospital, wọ́n detect nǹkan tó ń ṣe òun ọ̀fà ní. Àwọn nǹkan ọ̀fà lóríṣiríṣi ni mo ní. Mo ní ìtẹ́ lè fi wọ́ ojú ọ̀fà, mo ní ìtẹ́ lè fi wẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ ní ìtẹ́ lè mú. so àwọn iṣẹ́ ọ̀fà wà lóríṣiríṣi yàtọ̀ sí ìyẹn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní stroke iṣẹ́ stroke náà wà lóríṣiríṣi lẹ́yìn yẹn ọgbà ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá tún wá wojú Ọlọ́run fún ọkọ ìyàwó àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ lè lò tí Ọlọ́run bá dẹ̀ taari aláàánú títí yín tí gbogbo tí ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n láìkì yín débi tó máa lọ fẹ́ yẹnu kọ yíyẹ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ká kúrò tẹ́ máa di tuntun tẹ́ máa dán lójú dúdú lójú funfun tí ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á máa farahàn nínú ayé yín tí ògo yá máa jí ní ọ̀tun ọ̀tun tó máa wú àwọn ènìyàn tó máa fi fẹ́ yín ó wà available so anything tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ẹ pé Lady K Ìfẹ́olúwa show ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá fẹ́ ra aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ ó dẹ̀ yẹ kí n display àwọn aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ yẹn mo ní àwọn aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ ní grade by grade ẹ jẹ́ ká move lọ sí ọ̀hún ẹ jẹ́ lọ fi hàn wá. Yes àti gba transfer ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá nídìí aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ àṣírí pẹ́pẹ́ kì í tún mú ní aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ ní oríṣiríṣi aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ tí mo ní ṣe yí aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ tẹ́ ń wò lọ́wọ́ mi iṣẹ́ ńlá ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní interest tí mo lè fi ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín gan-an ẹ máa dábòra ní agbára ni àṣírí bíbò òun ni but èyàn kí n láṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ anyhow torí pé kí ni àṣẹ Elédùmarè wà lára aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni fún ẹni tó bá mọ̀ ẹ tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ mímọ́ àìdá kérúbù ní àbísẹ̀lẹ̀ ní ẹ̀wà mọ̀ tún máa aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ so aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ mo ní lóríṣiríṣi ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ rà tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fi ṣe ọpẹ́ sí church mo ní wọn ní grade by grade different ones different colour grade by grade ni ṣáà àwọn tí mo gbé dání ńláńlá làwọn eléyìí ńlá yẹn mi ni pé àwọn high grade òun làwọn aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ tẹ̀ ń wò lọ́wọ́ mi yìí mo tún wá láwọn tí ó tún wá jẹ́ high grade tó tẹ́lẹ̀ ó wà mo ní size by size ni ẹ wo eléyìí báyìí sí ẹ wo aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ eléyìí ẹyọ kan náà ní gbogbo eléyìí báyìí o but eléyìí tún wá ní aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ kékeré nínú ẹ mọ̀ pé pẹ́pẹ́ méjì làwọn Celestial máa ní pẹ́pẹ́ ńlá pẹ́pẹ́ kékeré ti pẹ́pẹ́ kékeré ní ti pẹ́pẹ́ ńlá ní pẹ̀lú títí àga wàásù gbogbo ẹ̀ complete then tí mo fi àwọn tí mo fi wọ̀nyí yẹn náà ní complete wọ̀ ẹ̀ so aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ ó wà èyí tẹ́ bá nídìí aṣọ pẹ́pẹ́ èyí tẹ́ bá nídìí àwọn frame bóyá fẹ́ gbé sílé ni abẹ́fẹ́ fi ṣe ọpẹ́ ní church mo láwọn frame lóríṣiríṣi òun ní ṣẹ́tìrí mo ní ti Papa Ọ̀ṣọ́fà náà ó wà available mo ní ti Holy Mary nìkan náà ó wà available èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra oyin mi fẹ́ kí fídíò ikú ni mo ṣe rọ́ọ̀ṣì sọ̀rọ̀ o èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra oyin original oyin gidi rèé original oyin òun lélẹ̀ èyí tẹ́ bá nídìí oyin gidi ó wà èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra gbogbo ìgbàlà òun ni agogo ńlá ni oní stainless ó wà available ẹ bá gbọ́ ó special new product ni ó wà confident chairman is available gbogbo pef tí ẹni mo níná ṣáà when it comes to pef yẹ gbàgbé gbogbo pef ló wà mo ní ATM pef mo ló ní Michael back to sender ọ̀nàlà chairman Miss Paris 419 pef 419 pef yẹn ó níṣẹ́ tó máa fi ń ṣe àwọn ọmọ ó sì yẹ àwọn ọmọ boys wọ̀nyẹn ló máa ń lò yẹn àwọn ọmọ ní kọ̀ǹpútà àwọn ló máa fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún òye náà wà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mo láwọn course breaker lóríṣiríṣi mo ní àwọn omi tẹ́lẹ̀ fi wẹ ìwẹ̀ ìṣẹ́gun àwọn omi tẹ́lẹ̀ lò láti fi wẹ̀wẹ̀ ìṣẹ́gun tẹ́yìn ò bá láìka àti wẹ ọṣẹ ṣùgbọ́n ẹ fẹ́ nǹkan tẹ́ máa fi wẹ̀wẹ̀ ìṣẹ́gun omi ni iṣẹ́ dẹ̀ tún ni ẹ kàn mix ẹ̀ mú mi wẹ̀yìn kẹwàá igi bí ẹ ṣe máa clean bí gbogbo àmì burúkú yẹn bó ṣe máa parẹ́ we call it course breaker and so on and so on iṣẹ́ wà lóríṣiríṣi bí báyìí kì í ṣe gbogbo aṣọ là ń sá lóhùn so èyí tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ẹ pè Lady K Ìfẹ́olúwa show bákan náà iléeṣẹ́ TL national herbal àwọn náà ní kí n jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé àgbo TL ti dé gbogbo àwọn tó ti order kó tó dé mo ti settle everybody so now we have diabetes we have manpower àti high blood pressure kò sí jẹ̀díjẹ̀dí mọ́ ìyẹn tọ̀pá ẹ̀yìn kò sí tó gbẹ̀yìn tẹ́ bá nídìí wọn ẹ pè mí kó tó tán ẹ̀yin ìyá mi bàbá mi alálùbáríkà ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ojú òní tí mi ò ní wá yín tí agara ò ní dá yín ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi ẹ má wọrí by next week mo tún fẹ́ káwọn African food wa yẹn kó túbọ̀ dé dáadáa sí tó bá ti dé dáadáa sí ẹ̀ tí store yẹn ti kún bí ò tiẹ̀ tí ì kún tán tó bá ṣe ti kún dáadáa níwọ̀nba àwọn ọjà yẹn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń dé ni màá gbé wa lọ sí African store wa entrance African store wa òun lè ń bí báyìí. This is spiritual store. We have store tashombe here. Then we have African store here. African store fún gbogbo oúnjẹ pátápátá ó wà ní bí báyìí òun ní àwọn èdè gàrí kọ̀ọ̀kan òun ní bí báyìí. Mo fẹ́ kí ọjà yẹn túbọ̀ kún níbẹ̀ yẹn dáadáa kí tó wá máa fi wọ́n ìdí ìzáwá yẹn gàrí pupa òun lélẹ̀ gàrí ìjẹ̀bú náà ń bọ̀ lọ́nà so gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà available èlùbọ́ iṣu èlùbọ́ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ epo pupa gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà available títí lórí rọ́ọ̀bù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ rọ́ọ̀bù Nàìjíríà mo ní rọ́ọ̀bù ọ̀tẹ̀ tí fẹ́ kó tán àwọn tó ń wọ́ọ̀kì wọlé wá rajà wọ́n ti fẹ́ rà tán ṣẹ́tìrì mi mọ̀ pé àwọn another country náà wọ́n láìkí rọ́ọ̀bù yìí àwọn another country tó ń wọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù mi wá báyìí tó bá ti lè lọ sínú African store yẹn báyìí wọ́n á ti rí tó bá ti rí ibi tí mo tò síbẹ̀ wọ́n á ti náwó mu òun ní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá nídìí rọ́ọ̀bù original láti Nàìjíríà ó wà gbogbo ọmọ Lady K please patronize me mo fẹ́ lẹ́dùnmáà rẹ̀ bẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ ní wọ́wọ́ tì ẹ ṣé gan mo dúpẹ́ o ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá mi ṣí ètò kẹ́dẹ̀ bá mi tan notification bell kẹ́ subscribe sí YouTube channel mi kẹ́dẹ̀ bá mi tẹ top up ire o.